We are now recording, and I'm going to turn this over to you, Kirsten.
Okay, thank you so much. Welcome, everyone. It's January 2nd, 2023, and I'm just so thrilled to be hosting the first ever Mindset Monday as a part of our JP University. There may be some people within our Juice Plus community here, and certainly some that are not a part of our community. But Patty Buchholz and I just recently attended training on this process called One Word. And I know a lot of this team has done this exercise before, but honestly, it was the first time that I had actually participated. It's a very powerful exercise and really, really appropriate just for launching your 2023 fresh and with good, fresh perspective. So we're just excited to have you here and so excited to see so many people from all around the country here. Patty will introduce herself in just a little bit. She's been a buddy of mine since I started with this amazing community 5 years ago. And it's just been so much fun to co-collaborate with her. But we just felt that this was such a powerful tool for our lives and our businesses. Again, whether it's Juice Plus business, whether it's, walking successfully through other aspects of your life, it can really be a catalyst for change. It can really, it can become an affirmation, a touchstone for you, encouragement and positivity, and really also an affirmation of the goodness that you already have in your lives, because all of us do have so much to be thankful for. So, I think for me, at the bottom of all personal development, which is, what the foundation of our businesses is gratitude. And just am so thankful to be a part of this community and to have the opportunity to just facilitate tonight. So I just wanted to talk to you about my word for the year, and we'll go through the whole process. When I turn this over to Patty, she'll lead us through actually how to brainstorm and do the exercise around finding one word. But I'll tell you, I didn't even finish the exercise before I knew what my one word was, and that is connection for this year. As I went through the different aspects of my spiritual life, my health, my finances, my relationships, business-wise and personal, I am really, really headed for a year of deeper connection. And when I went around the wheel that Patty's about to show you, it felt to me like any question that I could ask myself or any decision that I would need to make within these 6 areas of my life, if I was staying connected deeply to my higher power, staying connected to my true values and my own heart, staying connected to the values and honoring of the people around me, staying connected to what was going to move my life forward, not anything else. Health-wise, financially, connection was going to be the thing that was going to ground me to my goals and my focus for the year. So just wanted to kick off with my one word, but you guys are just going to get all the tools you need through the worksheet that we are going to show you. And then if you do not have access, just reach out to whoever invited you and we'll get you the link so that you can actually print off your own one word worksheet. So with that, again, I'm Kirsten. I'm currently living in Newport, Oregon, about to move over to Albany, Oregon, and I'm just so excited to pass this off to my buddy, Patty, who's in the Northern Sierras. So take it away, Patty.
Thank you, Kirsten.
Patty, before you get started, I'm just going to let everybody know that I am going to post the actual sheet. It won't be a link. It'll be actually the PDF link on the HEAT team Facebook group, because that's a public group. Anybody can find it. So it will be posted there. So it'll be really simple to find. It won't even need to be the link. It'll be the actual JPEG. So they can.
Okay, perfect. And in a minute, will you be able to share screen and just show the graphic?
when you tell me to do so, I'm
Hi.
at your beck and call.
Okay, thank you. Well, I'm super excited, you guys. Kirsten and I have kind of been on, like she told you, this journey. And so the training was on one word for the year. And so a little bit about me is actually before that happened, I've been in the business 25 years. And so I've done a lot of one word for the year. And this year it was almost like bold in front of me. And it came a while ago, probably a good month ago. And the cool thing is, ever since it did come to me, it's like been affirmation after affirmation that this was the word that I needed to stick to. And so when Kirsten said, that she was doing this training, I said I would love to do it with her. So super excited about that. And we're going to go into how to find your one word. And before that, I'm just going to show you a picture, and I'm hoping that you can see it. My word is shift, SHIFT. And I love this. I actually got this as a screensaver. Can you guys see that pretty good?
Yeah, it looks good.
So I got that from a pastor that I follow as a screensaver, like a week after I chose my word. And I was just like, how cool is that? But it's shift your perspective. And his is with praise. And so that to me was like even more, kind of goes with what Kirsten just talked about with gratitude. And so now Nikki is going to be so gracious to show the goal sheet that we kind of got this from our DMO planner, which also you can get the link for this planner if you're interested. And the beauty of this is it's, all kinds of areas to do it in. And so I do encourage you to, if you did nothing else and printed out this goal sheet, it makes you focus on what you want to focus on, what you'd like to see come into fruition for this next year, the next 6 months. And so as you see this, it's about relationship, your personal stuff, health, finances, business, spiritual. And what really kind of made things come together for me was Stacy told us to write a paragraph and about what you would like to see happen in your life in the next 6 months. And it's just a paragraph about these 6 different areas: relation, personal, health, finances, business, spiritual, and then see if your word fits into it. And it's really, to me, it was almost mind-boggling how well it does fit. And so you want to have it support all areas of your life. You don't want it just to be really good in your relationship and not in your business or in your spiritual. So think about that when you're picking a word. Kirsten, I believe, has a link to show you some areas you can find the word that might fit best for you. And when you do write your paragraph, I want to encourage you to use I am statements, or I am, or instead of I'd like to see, say I am. I am an NMD walking the stage in October. And so that type of thing. Yeah, so make sure your one word has I am and your paragraph is for the future. And what else do we want to, Kirsten? I think just that it supports all areas of your life. And so Kirsten,
Could you use your word shift in a sentence for us?
Yes.
In one of these areas?
Do you want me? Oh, I didn't leave I was going to pull up my paragraph, but I don't have it in front of me. My shift, for my health, I'm using my shift. I'm shifting my workout so I am more consistent on a weekly basis.
I am shifting my workout so I'm more consistent. Great. So that's great. Thank you.
Kirsten, you want to take it away?
Yeah, and I can use my word too in an example that connections in my business will lead to deeper connection with people and with myself. So that I'm really, really I can't stop using this word connecting, right? The people that I reach out to and the people that I shine on in this coming year will just be around deeper connection, whether they become a part of my business or whether they don't. We can all use more friends and deeper relationships, right? And that's what I'm really going for this year. So as you start kind of plugging things into this goals sheet. And you know, we were kind of taught that if you don't like the word goal, use the word focus. Or I think that was the other opportunity given to us, is that you can use the word focus if goal seems too in a box for you. But once you have all your words and you're able to kind of tease out what your one word is, Stacy really recommended like pulling out a thesaurus, you know, and looking, you know, if something isn't coming to you. Like I said, it came very quickly to me, so I didn't need to go deeper into the mental part of it. But if you're a thinker, take your time with it, pull out a thesaurus, really meditate, pray on it, and really take your time. So I loved that we already got an example of what you do with your one word, right? So you've got your one word, you've gone through the process and you come up with it. Now what? It's really meant to be in front of you and visible all the time. And Patty, I'm so inspired by your screensaver. I think on Canva, you can make, you know, just a little poster. There are other apps as well that people might want to jump into, or, you know, may want to share here at the end when we open it up. But I really love that because most of us have our phones in front of us at all times. Another recommendation was just to put that word on your mirror so that you see it in the morning, or on the dashboard of your car, or on a sticky note, and really just have it in front of you. We learned about an NMD in this company's daughter who actually makes bracelets, which I'm really excited about, and hoping that some of my team is on and will come up with their one word, because I want to make myself, you know, have a bracelet made that says connection, and then support my team as well. In whatever their one words are. You can also, we're kind of in dream board time right now. I know Heidi's doing a dream board in a couple weeks in her town. I really loved the idea of doing a dream board around your one word, you know, just to have that as a focus of the dream board, affirmation cards, and just really having it front of mind. Yep, Heidi's saying she has one of those bracelets. So again, we could share those links in the chat about where you can find your bracelets. You know, I think you could get really creative. There's lots of companies out there on Etsy that, you know, could craft something. If you're not a bracelet wearer, you could probably have something that hangs from the, you know, the rearview mirror of your car. But I just love this process, and think that it just feeds in so beautifully to, you know, us focusing and refocusing whatever our dreams are for 2023. So Patty, go ahead, and why don't you take it back over, and then we're going to just open this up for about 10 minutes here at the end, and would love either people's feedback about if you've done a one word, what your process was like, or if you've got questions about the process. So Patty, take it away, and then we'll open it up.
And
Okay,
Patty,
thank-
before you start, I want to say one really quick thing. Kirsten, you came up with a beautiful word for goals on one of our leadership calls. You called it a promise. I think it was you that did that, making a promise to yourself. And maybe that's easy.
Yeah.
I think that's really beautiful that you came up. I think it was you that came up with that.
I think it was. And, you know, thank you for reminding me, because, you know,
I'm here.
we come up with inspiring things and then we forget them, but that's what we have our community for, is to reflect those back. So yes, promises to ourselves really I think are very gentle and kind of reflect inward on the things we set out to do for ourselves. So go ahead, Patty.
Okay, thank you. And there's been a lot of questions about the bracelet, and we will post it. I actually have a bracelet with my word on there, shift. And I ordered it from Stacy's daughters, who at ages like 11, 12, 13 years old, started this business of putting these bracelets together. So I wanted to support them with that. So we'll put the link in afterwards. But just first of all, thank you guys for being on here. And you don't have to, you know, don't force yourself to come up with a word, but just be looking, you know, just kind of pray, be open, meditate, whatever you do that works for you, and just be open to what word is going to come to you. Stacy was saying that she was thinking of a word and thinking of a word, and then all of a sudden she saw a truck drive by, and it was her word for the year. So think about that. But the neat thing about this too is it's not too late that we can, like Kirsten talked about, share this with our communities and do a one word party, right? And get everybody encouraged to just try to focus on that. It can be really good for your families and your friends and teams and coworkers. So the main thing is we want to be a resource for the community, right? If our community sees us as somebody that's inspiring and resourceful, they're going to want to be more part of our life. And most importantly, is we want to make this fun, right? And Nikki reminded me before, and part of this sheet that Nikki is posting, there is a 30 reasons. And I encourage everybody to look at that, because if you're thinking, you don't really have a true reason to be doing this business or be inspired, once you start looking at the list for 30 reasons, you're going to realize there's a ton of reasons that you're doing this. I think Nikki's trying to scroll down and see that now. So it's just, there's no right or wrong way, but I encourage you, just give it a try. There it is. And there's also, I believe, is it on boards, Nikki, that you can find it actually filled out for the 30 reasons, some people's, or do you?
I don't remember if there's one filled out, but these will be posted on boards. I think they're there already right now under the Stacy DMO. I actually have a folder for her. But can I add one thing about what I love about these 30 things, or were you going to do that?
I was going to do a couple, but all I was going to say is I think you make no more than 5 or 6 of them about the Juice Plus product. And the rest of it is because of the life you get to do because of this business. And is that kind of the direction you're going?
I was going to say something different. So I'm glad you said that. I love having filled this out, because if you're ever talking to somebody about the business and they happen to say they are looking for blah, 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 whatever it is, whether it's flexibility or to be able to support their mother or whatever, I will guarantee you that one of your 30 reasons which will match what they are talking about. And that gives you a connection immediately to go deeper with the person. Oh my gosh, I once wrote down 30 reasons, and one of my reasons was to spend more time with my parents. And I've been able to do that because. So if you write this down, it actually creates more conversations that are deeper with your people that you're trying to connect with, so that they can have a shift to see what's possible for them.
Awesome.
I use the 2 words. Are you guys impressed?
Yeah, yes, very impressed. And we probably could stop screen share. I think if we had enough of time, and it looks like we do. Kirsten, I think you were hoping that Heidi could share and possibly Carrie on their 1 word.
Yeah, Heidi, are you in a place? You and I had a conversation a little bit earlier this week, because I know you've done this pretty consistently over several years. So
I have.
Take it away if you're in a place you can share.
Sure. I have done this since I've been part of this incredible community every year for the last 7 years. And I have to say, for 5 of those years, by February, March, I'd forgotten my word. Because I hadn't really lived that word with intention every day like I hoped that I would. Last year, things really shifted. And I think it was in November, it was late December, I really got a download from a late personal friend, because he used this word a lot, and that word was intention. And I really, really to my core felt that I would live my day every day with intention in every aspect of my life, but really focusing mostly on my business. And I did that. And then with that intention, in January, a friend of mine shared with me what her goal was for every month of the year. And I thought that was really cool. So I then moved into the intention of having that goal every single month. And I am really proud to say that I achieved that goal 10 months out of 11. And this year, my word came to me in, I want to say October, November. And it just seemed so easy to find my word. And that word is focus. And I already have my bracelet from Stacy's daughter. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
But what was really cool is that I didn't share my word with my husband. And on the day before New Year's Eve, he did something similar to this with a friend of his, where they got to choose their word, and he came out of the room super, super excited. He said, I found my word. And I'm like, cool, what is it, honey? It's the same word as mine. But what is so cool about that is now today, and I didn't even talk to you about this, Kirsten, but today, this morning, there's been some times when we know we should be focusing on our business and we're perhaps doing other things that we probably shouldn't be doing. And so we had a conversation this morning about how can we really keep that heat on the focus of what we are doing and hold each other accountable for not doing other things that is out of our focus. And that can come with shame. And we have both experienced that in the past with each other. What are you doing? Are you on Facebook scrolling again? Like really shaming each other. And so we came up this morning with, oh, okay, so what about if we ask each other, what are we focusing on right now? Is it within our realm of focus that we both really, really want? And that was something we both felt really, really good about. So yeah, focus is a really big word for both of us this year.
Oh, Heidi, that is so powerful. I mean, a couple of things there really strike me as one, that you came up with the same word. Incredible. And I really love how you shifted the that accountability piece to be really helping each other come back into alignment with your goal without shame. That is just so fantastic. So yeah. I don't know if Carrie is on here. Carrie, are you here? Would you be willing to share your one word? I know we got to chat a little bit about it.
I know.
Yeah.
I was kind of the same way as Heidi. I've always picked a word, and it seems like halfway through the year, it kind of went away. But this last year, it kind of came from my head down to my heart. And I think that that's super important. I think you have to feel your word and really internalize it. And last year's word was balance. And I just felt like I wanted balance, not only in my business, but I wanted balance with relationships and spiritually and my health, everything. And sure enough, everything came into balance, and I just felt so good the whole year. And about November, this word just kept coming up, not only in devotions, but just in conversations. And my word is presence. And so I want to be present. I want to be able to be in that state of mindfulness where I'm really listening to people, where I can help support people the best way, where I can be present with my spiritual walk and be present in my relationship with my husband, and just have that encompass my whole being. And it came from, again, not in a place in my head, but more out of my heart. Like, I need to be present in all things. And so that's my word for this year, is presence.
Thank
Wow.
you.
Thank you so much. That is so powerful. And I think you guys are really hearing this piece about, you can do the head work around, analysis and thesauruses and whatever you need. But when your word comes to you, you'll feel it in your heart. And most of us do. So with that, I know we could take it off live stream now. I do want to remind you that this is going to be an all-year thing. We're kicking off Mindset Monday, and while we have trainings every Monday at 5:30 to 6 that are a part of what's called JP University, the first Monday of every month through this year will be focused on mindset and topics like this. So our next one is February 7th. So hopefully all of you will be on all of the Mondays in between. But we will be coming up with a topic for February, and just wish you all a blessed 2023. Thank you so much.
And Nikki, we were going to see if you could stop the recording if anybody else wanted to share or ask questions. We thought maybe they'd feel a little more open. If
I'd love to leave the recording on. I love us to be vulnerable, that we are such a safe group. And when we take that piece and say, well, we're only vulnerable if we aren't doing something, I'd love to leave it on, because that's who we are. It's a piece of who we are, I think. I want to add 2 sentences, because you guys touched on this, but you know, when you're doing that exercise, if you're writing all that stuff and you're in your head, stop for a second and take a deep breath, or take 2 or 3 deep breaths, because when you are writing your words, even those paragraphs, we can tend to get mental, especially if you're going to use a thesaurus, which is great. But once you've got that, really sink in by being present in your body. When we're present in our head, it's different than being present in our body. So I'm going to really encourage you, take a breath, get present, get grounded before you make that decision about your word, so that you're in your heart. And then like Patty and Kirsten, and I don't have and Heidi, somebody is not on mute. Can you guys all mute your phones? Somebody, if you're in your, oh shoot. Anyway, if you can ground yourself and really be in your body, it's going to be a more powerful experience for you. So I'm just going to encourage that. Oh, and the other Monday nights are going to be on all kinds of things about learning about skills in our business. So I think that Monday Mastery, I want to really thank Kirsten and Patty for kicking this off, and for the 2 of them doing it. Oh my God, wasn't this amazing? Aren't they amazing? I'm just so proud of them for doing this. And then the rest of the Tuesdays will be all kinds of skill, and there'll be all kinds of people working on those other days to present really great stuff to all of us.
Hey, Nikki, they're asking where they can rewatch this. Did you stream it to the Heat Team page? Okay.
It's on the Heat Team page. It's also going to be posted on YouTube. So if you know the Heat Team channel, YouTube, if you don't, you can ask that from the person who invited you. So it'll be on Facebook, it'll be on YouTube. So super easy to find. And it'll probably also go on boards. So does anybody have they asked if anybody wants to share their words, and we probably want to be laser sharp, which I wasn't, because it's almost 6 o'clock, and I'm going to turn this back to you, Patty and Kirsten, to choose who's got, people have their hands up.
Okay, I saw Caprice. Go ahead, Caprice.
Okay, and I'm gonna just try to be sharp and read. So I picked the word green, which seems funny at first, but it really does have meaning to me. Green represents growth, prosperity, abundance. It's been a tough year, in some ways, and I think that this year I am excited that there's going to be a lot of green. The Bible mentions green 45. I did do some research. I used the chart and everything today, so thanks for sharing that. But the Bible mentions green 44 times, and it means verdant, new, fresh, flourishing, symbolizes prosperity. So I am earning more green this year, helping others earn more green, growing more Tower Garden green, helping others grow more Tower Garden green. Green in Feng Shui represents family and nature, new beginnings. I am ready for new beginnings this year. Green is the energy of springtime, which represents fresh starts, like grass pushing up through the soil. I am connecting to God's green earth. I'll be spending more time in the outdoors. I'll be eating more green. I am helping others eat more green and improve their health. And I'm even going to have a bigger heart to serve others, like the Grinch when his heart grew 3 times the size, too big. So green is my word, and I'm really excited about what it's going to represent in the new year.
Love it.
Love that, Caprice. I think Sandy had something too
Yeah,
that she was
I'll say
excited
mine
about.
first. I want to say, ladies, thank you so much. This was just awesome. And I'm so grateful that you did this. So for me, it's radiant. My goal is to radiate God's love to everyone I meet. In order to do that, I have to be connected to the source. I want to radiate unconditional love for others. I will need to be connected to them and be hearing and listening to them. I want to be connected, or I want to radiate success and acceptance of my team to help them achieve their goals. And I want to radiate financial health that others can follow as well. And I just want to say something really quick. I did my vision board differently this time, having done Brandon Barber's Academy and the 5-day challenge. And instead of having this perfect template of the vision that I see and I want for my life, which there's nothing wrong with that, but what he pointed out, and I kind of I think it's true, is that template, when it doesn't happen perfectly, because life doesn't happen perfectly, then we can get discouraged. So instead, my vision board is more, and Radiant is right up there, but it's more on the process of becoming who I want to be, to achieve and to radiate what I want to. So just a little tidbit and tip on doing your vision board this time. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks,
I
Sandy.
love that, Sandy.
Me too. So what's an
Anyone else want to
example-
share or have questions?
Sandy, what's an example of a picture of a process on your board, or is it words?
Yeah, well, I have words and I have pictures. Let me just grab it really quickly.
If anyone is in the Ventura area and does want to come to a vision board and intention setting workshop, I am having one this weekend. It's unclear whether it will be virtual, but if it is virtual, I'll post a link in the Heat team for everyone to see.
Okay, Sandy, share something with us. That
Okay.
process idea is so cool.
So there's one picture, eating according to your goals, and I have goals on all these things. Somewhere on your journey, don't forget to turn around and enjoy the view. And that's my self-care goals. Your body achieves what your mind believes. And I'm taking that in some of my business goals as well as my health goals. I'm capable of amazing things. And then I have goals on all of those things.
Thank you.
Do we have time for one more, Nikki, or should we wrap it up?
If everybody wants one, I think this is really cool.
Yes, I see a hand going up with Dina there. Your camera's toward the ceiling, but I saw a waving hand.
Go, Dina.
You're
You'll
muted.
have to unmute, Dina.
Things having problems in muting.
While we were on the subject of dream boards too,
Okay.
it was Stacy talked about how she goes, I just can't handle those dream boards that have stuff all over them. She goes, I couldn't even put one on my wall because she was so she didn't want to clutter. And so you can do framed things with just words, do whatever works for you. But like Kirsten talked at the beginning, just have it out there. And we have Dina's got her hand up now. She looks like she's ready to go.
Hi there. Good evening, ladies. Thank you, first of all. This is my first time in this community here, and I have to say I feel very joyful listening to you all. I feel my sister's she just joined my team this past week. I've only been on board for 9 days, I believe it is. And thank you, Sandy. But honestly, joining this community, I feel something very light. I hope that makes sense. Not just a physical light, but like a lightheartedness. And that's really refreshing. It's kind of the opposite of me, and that's why I decided to raise my hand and share, because as you guys were talking and sharing things like everything, excuse me, everything you guys were sharing, the words were very optimistic and pretty, like the word green and radiant. And I'm like, oh my goodness, maybe I'm in the wrong community, because I know my personality can be very strong at times. But then you also said the safe space, and you said it's okay for transparency. And I wanted to share this word, and it might be harsh, but I'm going to use it anyways. And then I'm going to share with you why I chose this word and then what it means. I chose the word relentless. And relentless sounds very aggressive and hard and like it's not a pretty word, right? So I chose that word because of and if anything, why am I gonna cry? Hold on. Oh my gosh.
Dina,
You
just-
go, girl.
you take a second, Dina. It's all good.
I'm like, why? I have no clue
You know what? You've got a lot of-
I'm emotional.
You've got a lot of criers in this group, so we're there right with you.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Mm.
And to me says you really found your authentic word.
Yeah.
If it makes you cry, then you're spot on.
Relentless means it can mean harsh, it can mean inflexible, almost like the heat of the desert. I live in the desert, and sometimes during the summer that heat will get to the best of us, but I associate the word with running the race with endurance.
Mm.
Yeah. Beautiful. I love that.
And it requires you to have faith, stamina, commitment, and discipline in order to live not only faithfully, but successfully. And aside from these emotions, my tears are gonna dry up. Great, I love it. I'm in a bodybuilding competition and I've been in it, or I'm preparing to be in a bodybuilding competition, and I've been training for a year. And everything that could have hit me to reach, I should have been in the show already, and I didn't make it because I was hit with COVID last year, long COVID, and then I fell off a boat and I have a hole in my eardrum, and they wanted to do surgery because it caused a lot of problems. And then I was doing a boxing class and I injured my wrist. And then I had some hormonal issues and they wanted to do surgery on my uterus, and I said no. And then I have another issue that I manage two chronic illnesses, and they, it's crazy. I took the wrong pills and I could have went into cardiac arrest last year. I'm only 46 years old and I was taken by ambulance. And then I've been managing chronic SIBO for quite a while. I finally found success this last month. My functional medicine doctor gave me something to help. And then I also happen to manage multiple sclerosis and Hashimoto's. Now it sounds like, Dina, you're broken. I'm not broken. I think those things happen to me to remind me to never give up. And I'm grateful for Juice Plus. Juice Plus is a blessing, and I'm not going to get into the other story why I'm here business-wise, but I'm just really, really happy to be a part of this community. So I can't believe I cried. Wow.
Yeah.
But I use that.
Well,
word
Dina,
and
I
it
hope
sounds,
you're able
it
to
sounds
read
harsh,
the chat.
right? Huh?
I hope you're able to read the chat. You have a lot of people that are cheering you on,
Oh,
and your relentlessness is why you're here, and you are in the right place. So
yes.
your
Thank
story is
you.
incredible, and
And
I
I
know
don't mean
we'll
to be
be hearing
negative,
more
like
of it
talking
in our
about those
community.
things.
It's
Thank
not
you. I just wanted
not
to share.
negative,
I
it's
wanted
real.
to share that
Yeah.
because you can never give up, and I
Yeah.
think that's what keeps me going. It ain't over, and this Juice Plus business isn't over, and that's why I'm not really happy to be here. So I appreciate the lightheartedness that all of you guys are bringing to me tonight. That's what I wanted to say.
Fantastic. Welcome
yeah,
to our community. Really incredible.
Thank you.
I think with that, Dina, I think that was like the cherry on the icing on the cake. And Nikki, if you would like to take it off live stream, Dina, I appreciate your authenticity. That is what this community is